Hello, salutations, what it do? It's not a gamer, all father, Durag, and another vibes like subscribe. Let's get it. Welcome back, Durag Nation. This is not a drill. We are live. The wait is over. It is that time of the year again. Time for a lot of people to be disappointed by Sony. What's up, everybody? Welcome to State of Play 2025. I think this is the fifth. This is the fourth or fifth State of Play of the year so far. I love doing these anyway. Our last one was the Borderlands focus one. Today is a more general State of Play. This one, a lot of mystery surrounding it. A lot of mystery. We know it's a 40-minute plus show, and that's pretty much all that Sony told us. A lot of leakers are having trouble finding out what's what, but we do have some info, and we're going to go over everything as is tradition around here with our little preview show where we go over all the rumors, all the leaks, everything that's confirmed, so that you know exactly how much to give your hopes up for the main show. What's up, everybody? What's up, Eastwood? Welcome, Gabe, Armani. What's up, Harrison, Jaheen, Laquan? What's up, Dante? Appreciate everyone in chat hanging out with me today. What's up, Jakey? What's up, Game Fireboy, Trine, Enigma? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so you know what it is. If you're a vet of Durag Nation, you already know what time it is. We're doing live coverage of a show. That means it's time to whip out the Google Doc. That official Sadot The Gamer Google Doc. And this will be our little preview of State of Play 2025. This is all the information I've been able to gather so far about the State of Play. I know this is a favorite of a lot of you, even more so than the actual show. What's up? So we'll go through everything. Eastwood Aspiring 2 gameplay DLC called in hell. Imagine. How's us was really cool. Yeah, they actually reached out to me the other day to tell me about the Steam demo. They've got a playable demo available on Steam, and they're going to have, of course, codes going out. So they said they're going to hook your boy up with a PS5 code, because I don't play on Steam. Where's Venom? Down there in the cope section. So we'll go through this real quick. I have this list currently broken down by probable, possible, leaks, and cope. So probable stuff that has a very strong chance of popping up. Possible games that are within the pool of things you can see, but don't have necessarily strong indicators either way. Like, we haven't heard anything recent or any rumors about them, or they're just rumors, nothing too crazy, but games that you still would expect based on everything, based on information we've gathered, past appearances, future release dates and stuff like that, stuff they have coming up. Leaks, we have games that have leaked this week that are supposed to be at either the State of Play or Summer Game Fest. And then, of course, the Cope section, where we have all the games that you know you're not going to see, but you can't help yourself but ask for them and hope for them anyway. So under probable, we got Death Stranding 2. Kojima confirmed he's going to be at Summer Game Fest. Death Stranding 2 is going to be a big game for PS5 this year. I think the reviews go live in like a week or two. So Sony definitely would probably want to have something for Death Stranding 2 here. We got Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Sony's been promoting that a lot. Looks they're confirmed to be at Summer Game Fest as well. So we could see something there. Lost Soul Aside is a Sony published game. From this game is definitely something I'm looking forward to. It was made by, I think, literally just one guy. Sony has a development program, and they literally just got one guy. Hell Is Us, been getting a lot of buzz, a lot of promo. Very strong chance that's going to be there. It's been at past State of Plays, and that release date is coming up relatively soon. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, been seeing a lot of leaks about that lately. I think we probably see that either at the State of Play again or at the Summer Game Fest. Sub Capte, Sub Travis. Do you think you should get excited? You should always be excited or not excited. Just follow your heart, is what I say. Or you can have the lowest possible expectations, because like the great philosopher Zendaya once said, if you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. We also got, of course, a shout out Ghost of Yōtei. Ghost of Yōtei releasing in October. They recently had a big reveal, new trailer. The pre-orders went live back in May. So I could definitely see them doing something for Ghost of Yōtei here, because you know they got some pre-orders to sell, and the game is coming up relatively soon. So I'd be surprised to not see them pop up. So Kelson, we're also live on the Twitch side. Phantom Blade Zero. It's been a little bit since we heard from Phantom Blade Zero, but I remember the devs did say they were targeting fall 2026. So very good opportunity for Phantom Blade Zero to pop up once again. I think they were supposed to have like their own anime as well, so we could definitely see some Phantom Blade here. Digimon Story Time Stranger. I think it was at a State of Play earlier. We can definitely be getting an update for that. Spider-Man 3 is already in development, actually. I don't expect it at a State of Play or anything like that, but yeah, Spider-Man 3, pretty well known to be in development by now. I've covered it on the channel. Gears of War Reloaded. Gears of War is one of the many Xbox games coming to PlayStation. It's been a very good year for Xbox in terms of selling things on PlayStation, and Gears of War is one of them. I could definitely see Sony promoting Gears of War Reloaded here. Stellar Blade, they're about to have a drop on PC next week, and they also have a new DLC for what is it? Nike, the mobile waifu game that Shipped Up originally got famous for making. They're doing like a crossover DLC. So I see Stellar Blade pop up here for sure. I would honestly be surprised if we didn't see anything for Stellar Blade. So another W for the Gooners, I guess. I have it listed twice. And then we have Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's from the developers that did the Shredder's Revenge, if you remember that one. It first got revealed during the Nintendo Switch 2 event. So I can definitely see it dropping with the release date at the State of Play. Definitely seems like something they would come back to the State of Play for. So be on the lookout for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's it's from the developers of Shredder's Revenge, that arcade beat 'em up Ninja Turtle game. So if you really like that arcade Ninja Turtle game, definitely want to tap in for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, because it's basically that, but for Marvel. You're going to have basically an arcade style side scroller. I think it's multiplayer as well, just like Shredder's Revenge was. You play with a bunch of different Marvel characters like Venom. I remember seeing Captain Marvel, Wolverine, Storm, all sorts of Marvel characters, and it's a side scroller. Looks pretty cool, especially if you love those arcade era games. Under possible, of course, we got to have Marvel's Wolverine. Marvel's Wolverine, first revealed in 2021 at the PlayStation Showcase, right alongside Spider-Man 2. Been waiting for an update ever since. Of course, things got delayed by the cyber attack. Insomniac promised to deliver us news when they're ready, but with the game potentially supposed to be releasing next year, and Sony having the State of Play this week, plus Summer Game Fest, where PlayStation's also going to be. Definitely expect Wolverine to make an appearance here, but being cautiously optimistic. I'm being cautious here because Insomniac has been like doing their own thing, really hush hush, not really promoting anything, keeping their head down. But I would be fairly surprised to not see Wolverine this week. Is the last rolling still being made? There's not a chance. I'm going to put that under Cope. I'm just waiting for that game to get the cancellation announcement. Do you know anything about Jurassic Park Survival? Not the biggest game, but a huge fan. I hear it's potentially being revealed at the State of Play. I mean, not the Summer Game Fest. I don't know if it's linked to the I don't think it's linked to the State of Play, but I do remember it being linked to the Summer Game Fest. So if you want to look out for Jurassic Park, definitely look out for that. Apparently, Hollow Knight Silk Song is its time. Hollow Knight Silk Song is getting revealed soon, and it's releasing soon. See, Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Remake will be announced for Xbox during the showcase. It's like Pragmata is going to be at Summer Game Fest. Interesting. I'm just going through the latest. Oh, apparently there's a new Cyberpunk DLC for Cyberpunk 2077. Let me check. Just check on Jurassic. Checking on the Jurassic Park game. Did not update my list. State of Play. Where is that thread? Jurassic World Evolution 3. There it is. It looks like the developers of the Jurassic World game are at Summer Game Fest. They're one of the partners. So yeah, it looks like the Jurassic. So it's like Jurassic. So it looks like Jurassic World Evolution 3 is getting revealed. I don't know about Survival. So let me remove Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Pragmata. Don't think we're going to be seeing that at both. But I still think we see a couple of these. All right. All right, so it should be a fun week for Final Fantasy fans at least. And Hollow Knight. We used to always have Hollow Knight Silk Song in the Cope section, but it looks like Hollow Knight fans are finally getting their game. It's going to be fun. So Champagne, another state of play. Yep. Is there... Yeah, it's definitely too early for a Spider-Man 3 announcement, I'd say, unless it was a showcase. If this was a PlayStation showcase, I wouldn't rule out a Spider-Man 3 announcement. But because it's a state of play, I'm definitely ruling that out. Otherwise, I think it's definitely on the table as a possibility. But probably. But even then, I'd probably say we more likely get Venom or a DLC for Spider-Man 2 than Spider-Man 3 outright. But I wouldn't completely rule it out. But yeah, so far, we don't know if Sony is done for the year. Apparently was hard just getting this information. Jeff Grubb mentioned it was hard locking down information about this event. Like no one, because sometimes like stuff from like the event straight up leaks in advance, and like we haven't had anything, like no confirmations, no leaks. Like Sony has been tight-lipped on this state of play. What's up? What's up? Your PFL keeps crashing on Twitch. Tough. Robert 1943, any chance? Yeah, I'm throwing that in Cope. Actually, no. I don't even think it's worth bringing up because Rise of Hydra, I'd say Rise of Hydra had a good chance before they announced the delay. But if they delayed the game, that tells me that they're not ready. And they're going to have the devs focus on finishing the game and then do a presentation later. So maybe they have something for Gamescom, maybe Summer Game Fest, but I doubt it. I think we probably, knowing how Rise of Hydra has been, I think we probably see it pop up at the Game Awards, maybe Gamescom. But I'm not expecting it so soon after they announced they're delaying the game. But I am looking forward to Blood of the Dawnwalker. Very good chance we see some gameplay this week. There's a unannounced game from Naughty Dog. They're working on another single player game. There's supposed to be that Horizon multiplayer game. Santa Monica, studio behind God of War, they're working on a new sci-fi game. Black Myth Wukong DLC. They confirmed last year they're doing a DLC expansion. probably around the time that we should start hearing about it. Hollow Knight Silksong is definitely getting revealed this week, and it's coming out before the end of the summer. So it could be here, it could be at one of the other upcoming showcases. Where Winds Meet, they're having a PlayStation beta test right now. I can definitely see them having something for State of Play. Kingdom Hearts 4 recently had some new screenshots come out. I think this could be the year they do another trailer, give fans a firm release date. Ties of Annihilation had last I heard from this game, it had a little gameplay demo. And if you're having a gameplay demo, that tells me the game probably relatively close to being done, maybe. So hopefully we get an update on that, because I'm very excited for this. And for J-Shock Blast, I threw in Nice Hero Republic Remake. Saber Interactive is still working on it. Saber has been cooking lately. They confirmed they took over the game. They're still working on it, looking to get it out. So maybe throw it in there. Those are is it real? It's real. I don't know if it's ever coming out, but Saber is working on it. Under leaks, we got there were a bunch of reports about a God of War spinoff project. People are thinking it might be Atreus. Apparently, it's a 2.5D Metroidvania set in the God of War universe. Very interesting concept for a God of War game. I heard it compared to Hades, but yeah, that's apparently the thing that they've been working on for the God of War side project. 2.5D. So it's not a 3D game. It's not quite a 2D game. It's right in the middle. 2.5D. Think of other popular Metroidvania games like Hollow Knight, Prince of Persia, Tales of Kanzaru Zao, Metroid, the game that started the genre. There are always new Metroidvania games coming out. Hollow Knight, but God of War, take your money. Yeah, exactly. That's literally what it is. Yeah. If you like Hollow Knight, if you like the 2D, the Metroidvania Prince of Persia game, you like Hollow Knight Silksong or Hollow Knight type of games, you're looking for the Hollow Knight Silksong. You have the actual Hollow Knight Silksong, and you have Hollow Knight but God of War. So there you go. Phone code right now, give you Venom. Fair enough. Give you Wolverine. Resident Evil 9, that's probably going to be the big reveal. It's been 5 years since PlayStation revealed Resident Evil Village. All the insiders are saying this is the week Resident Evil 9 gets its big reveal, and PlayStation just pops in and says, hey, we have a state of play. So I think they definitely reveal Resident Evil 9 here. That should be pretty fun for you Resident Evil enjoyers. Sonic Frontiers 2 leaked. There is a Sonic Frontiers 2 in development. Potentially hearing about that either at the State of Play or at Summer Game Fest. There's a Silent Hill 2 Remake DLC in the works. Probably get announced here. Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster is happening. Apparently, the director accidentally tipped fans off when he retweeted the State of Play announcement. So look out, if you're a Final Fantasy Tactics enjoyer, be on the lookout for our remaster. 007, the 007, what's that? What's the actual game called from IO Interactive? First Light, I believe. 007 First Light, yeah. So yeah, it was revealed the other day. The mysterious 007 project is called 007 First Light. It is a third-person action game from the makers of Hitman, the Hitman universe. It's comparable to Hitman, I think Word of Assassination, but more scripted, more on rails, so probably more scripted set piece events. I'm hearing it's targeting 2026. The game is getting a official reveal at IO Interactive's own showcase. IO Interactive is having their own showcase Friday, right at, I think it's at 9 o'clock. I think it's going to be like after Summer Game Fest or potentially during. I don't know. Whenever I gotta check when Summer Game Fest ends. But it's like 9 o'clock on Friday. Yeah, they're showing off new Hitman, the 007 game, and they're showing off Mind's Eye. So it's their own IO Interactive's own showcase. So if you want to see what's going on with the 007 game, First Light, tap in on Friday. If Summer Game Fest isn't happening during that time, I'll definitely pop in and check it out. Is it Marvel Venom canceled? Never was confirmed in the first place. People just found out about it because of a leak. We don't know if it's in development. We don't know if it was canceled like the Great Web. It's all speculation for now. What do? What's up? Last of Us Part 3? Nah, it's definitely not The Last of Us Part 3. With all the co-op options are shown, that's definitely not happening. Last Ronin is pretty much canceled. There's probably, maybe, I mean, we'll be lucky just to get Wolverine. I'm not pushing my luck with Venom. Definitely not getting anything GTA related. And Bloodborne, so we know Sony loves torturing Bloodborne fans, so that's not happening. Bro, we have not heard anything about Ronin in like over a year. The last time we heard about Last Ronin, they were announcing that they had to lay off 50% of their entire studio because of the Embracer Group. The CEO of the company deleted his social media. Like it's Jover. The game is done. The game is done. It's Jover. We have not had an update on that game since. I'm just waiting for them to officially announce it's dead. When you fire 50%, when you have to lay off 50% of your studio that's in development on a game, and your CEO deletes their social media, and they don't respond to any questions or comments about the state of the game, we can assume the game is cooked. The game is cooked. It had nothing to do with the game, their budget. The Embracer Group got itself into a financial issue. This was one of the biggest stories in gaming. The Embracer Group was buying up all these game studios, trying to expand because they thought they had a deal in place with Saudi Arabia for a $2 billion investment in game development. But Saudi Arabia pulled out the deal at the last minute. So all that money they spent acquiring studios, all of a sudden, they didn't have the $2 billion that they were expecting to bankroll everything. And then they had to scramble and start canceling games, closing studios, selling IPs and studios. And one of the casualties was Black Forest Games, who are making the Last Ronin game. They had to lose 50% of their studio in order to save money. Is there anything on Subnautica 2? I haven't heard anything, but I can definitely say that's probably Summer Game Fest. Maybe. Oh, they just revealed a new video. Oh, so the devs just dropped some new info on Subnautica 2. So I don't know if it's going to be at the State of Play, but I don't see them at Summer Game Fest. Under the partners, so we'll throw them up there as a possibility. Any info on Fable? That'll be at the Xbox showcase, if there's anything. What is the God of War Metroidvania? I mean, the description is the game. It's a Metroidvania set in the God of War universe. Metroidvanias are named after Metroid. Of course, the game that made the genre, basically the game that created the genre, Metroid Prime. Shout out to Samus. They are 2D, sometimes 3D side-scroller video games. If you've ever played old Sonic games, if you've ever played Hollow Knight, you get the idea. It was hyped for the Five Nights at Freddy movie. Then the Five Nights at Freddy flop. The movie was actually a big hit. That's why they greenlit a sequel. Superman Fortnite leaks. I can't. I'm actually going to re-download Fortnite to play the new Superman update. I want to fly around with Superman since WB refuses to give us a Superman game. Actually crazy. People can fly, lay off another 50 employees. Jesus. Get well soon, people can fly. They had to lay off a lot of people recently. No Man's Sky is coming on the Switch too. Okay. Fortnite's trash. Fortnite may be trash, but I definitely want to play as Superman, so I will I will definitely be hopping back on Fortnite. I hopped on a little bit for the Marvel season, the start of the Marvel season. For like a day, I ended up playing it, but I'll definitely pop in for Superman. Fortnite is good. I respect Fortnite for being, one of the best made live service games. Obviously, you don't gain that sort of popularity as a video game by being bad. It's obviously very well made, very well run, and it's not constantly taking L's like Call of Duty. So definitely respect it. Colt Bloodborne, yeah, it's not happening, buddy. But we see Wolverine saying, "Is there any evidence Sonic?" There is evidence for everything in the leak section. It's all over the internet if you want to search it out. I did all the research beforehand. to assemble this preview. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for watching. You want a G.I. Joe game? They are making one. Snake Eyes. We got a first look at it like a couple weeks ago. We got our first images from the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes game. Looks pretty cool. I'll definitely tap in. As we're putting together, appreciate you. Think we see the Invincible game. I was thinking that's like a remote possibility. Make a Black Widow dating sim, but I didn't see Skybound on the partner list, and Jeff didn't reveal the full partner list. But I feel like based on the progress it sounds like the game is making, it's far enough along to get a trailer. So I'm definitely on the lookout for it this year. Anything about Jurassic World Evolution 3? Yes, they are. The studio is a partner at Summer Game Fest. They made the round 1 list, so looks like they will probably be presenting that game at Summer Game Fest on Friday. Battlefront 3 is not happening. We have Fantastic Four, more hype for Superman. Yeah, Superman on track currently, according to early box office projections, to be the best performing movie of 2025 in terms of opening weekend, and the biggest opening weekend ever for a Superman game, for a Superman movie. So Superman onto a great start. The state of play is 40 plus minutes long. Tourist state of play is always a bad time for you. Tough. Superman movie game, something, bro. They got to give us something. Like, especially if Superman ends up being as big a hit as it looks like it's going to be, absolutely unforgivable if they don't immediately announce they're making a Superman game. Absolutely unforgivable. Spider-Man 3 teaser, I doubt it. If it was a showcase, I put that as a remote possibility, but state of play, I think if we get Wolverine, we should count ourselves blessed. I think that's where Insomniac's at right now. T-Ray's gonna make $2 billion. Cindy Moon game, a Cindy Moon spinoff. I definitely don't think they're gonna go that far yet. But if they are going to introduce Cindy Moon, I do think it would make sense to have her in like a game before Spider-Man 3, because they're going to have to build her up and introduce her. And it will, depending on how they want to do it. But if they want to give her a bigger role, like actually make her a Spider-Girl, I feel like it would have helped to have like either DLC expansion where she's in it, or like, I don't know, Venom spinoff game where she's in it. What does cope mean? Cope is a drug that many people on the internet have been taking. It gives them irrational and delusional self-confidence that a thing they know is not going to happen is in fact happening. WB says no to a Superman game or Flash game. Says more Batman. If there's one thing you can count on, it's WB saying more Batman. Why they make Silk a minor? She's supposed to get nasty with Peter. I mean, that's weird, but also Insomniac is not 100% trying to recreate the comics. They obviously brought in Cindy to be somebody for Miles to hang out with. not to ruin Peter's relationship with MJ. What's the odds of hearing anything about Infamous? Infamous, pretty much zero. Prototype, I wouldn't rule out Prototype. We did hear the rumors from the playtester that they are looking to bring the Prototype franchise back for potentially a Prototype 3. So I would not rule something like that out. I don't know if it'll be announced this week, but there is reportedly Activision is reportedly potentially cooking up something for a Prototype. Peter should have gotten Black Hat. I mean, it's something you'll learn. Baddies come and go. Good women are hard to find. You don't want to prioritize looks over stability. Yes, Black Hat is 100 times hotter than MJ, especially Spider-Man 2 version of MJ. But you have to think about it in terms of what Peter wants, which is a loving, supportive relationship with somebody who shares his values. And Peter and Felicia don't have the same values. He's a Boy Scout, always looking to do the right thing, trying to stop crime. She's a wild, unpredictable criminal. Girls like that are fun for a while, for the experience, but then you got to grow up and settle down. MJ is the one you settle down with. Black Hat, you'll have crazy adventures. You know, she'll let you hit it in weird places. But also, you know, she might get you shot at. Probably will get you shot at, actually. MJ, on the other hand, will support you when you're at your low. She'll literally pay for your mortgage when you're jobless. Like that's who you want to settle down with. I'd say for his values, Peter made the right decision. So I think undefeated Genesis, I don't think so. They are an indie game, and being at a state of play is very expensive. Even though the game got more funding for the sequel, I'd say we're much more likely to see Undefeated Genesis at like a Jeff Keighley show, because Jeff Keighley is a lot more generous when it comes to promoting indie games. Like, he'll literally have showcases dedicated to indie games. He'll let indie games present for free or at like smaller prices. So I would definitely expect, if we hear anything for Undefeated Genesis, it would be at like a Summer Game Fest, maybe the Future Game Show, PC Game Show. You know, one of those type of showcases coming up that tends to showcase a lot of it tends to put a little more spotlight on the indie stuff. Am I seeing Ballerina? Nah. I'm definitely going to go see Superman as soon as those tickets go on sale. I'm trying to get a good seat. I have a feeling I'm not going to have a problem finding a seat for a Fantastic Four. Do you think there was ever plans for Spider-Man 2? Of course, we saw the plans. Unfortunately, plans change when your studio gets hacked. But I think the upcoming Batman game should be Cope. Nah, it's not. Cope is reserved for games that is like not for games that don't that don't exist or whatever, or just in early development. Like, we know the Batman game is in development. It's in early development. I think it's just, I don't even think it's worth mentioning because it's so early in development. Like, I don't even think it'd be worth mentioning it or even promoting it. Kingdom Hearts 4, indeed. Any updates on the Invincible game? Not since my last video. I was looking for Skybound on the partner list for Summer Game Fest, but I didn't see them on the round 1 list. But fingers crossed, because I think it's possible we get a trailer for it this year. If Superman game is the definition of cope, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Definition of cope, for sure. If we don't get Marvel's Wolverine at Summer Game Fest or the State of Play, then I don't know if the game is okay. To be completely honest. Prayers up if it's not. Prayers up for Wolverine if it's not at either event this week. Now, Insomniac did do a funny before. Because the other thing you gotta keep in mind is Insomniac it's been very different since Spider-Man 2 dropped. Like, even during that whole their whole marketing cycle, strategy seems to have changed a lot. Like, when people were waiting for them to announce the New Game Plus update, they skipped the State of Play. There was a State of Play that people thought Insomniac would be at to show off New Game Plus, and Insomniac didn't show up there, and people were like really confused because it was supposed to come out in early 2020. What was it, 2024? So people were like, "What's going on with New Game Plus?" And then, like, the day after that State of Play, Insomniac presents the New Game Plus update. So they had all the assets, all the stuff ready, but instead of just putting it in the State of Play, they released it on Twitter like the day after the State of Play. So you kind of just don't know what Insomniac is going to do. There's always a chance, even if Insomniac is ready to drop stuff for Wolverine, that they just intentionally skip the State of Play anyway, and like drop it all tomorrow. Like, we really don't know. Like, their marketing has shifted a little bit. Ghost of Yōtei sweep. You hear about the Blade movie for ages. Yeah, because it keeps getting restarted. They keep firing writers and directors. Directors keep getting fired or leaving the project. The Blade game is the only stable thing we have. That game's fine. Maybe we hear something about it at the Xbox showcase. The movie, I don't think the movie's coming out, but the game is definitely fine. Since the canceled Black Panther game, the other game claimed the IP. I mean, anybody can do it. I mean, there's a Black Panther game coming out next year, Rise of Hydra. All someone has to do is just go to Disney and be like, "Yo, we're trying to do a Marvel game. We want to make a Black Panther game. How much?" And they work out the deal and start developing. Oh, such a cool villain. Hope we see something for him. Yeah, he's looks like he's going to be the main villain in Marvel Rivals Season 3. Very exciting. I think Season 3 of Marvel Rivals is coming out sometime next month. But yeah, based on the lore entries, Null is the Season 3 villain. And it's going to be a symbiote themed season. So that should be a lot of fun. Rise of Hydra is Skydance new media. All of us pre-ordered Ghost of Yōtei. Heard they made Blade the third character of his own movie. Yeah, that was one of the versions of the script that got shut down. Daredevil game would be fire for sure. You quit Rivals? Tough. Do I agree Venom is off the table due to Tony passing? I don't agree at all. You thought the Black Panther game was canceled? It is canceled. The single player Black Panther game that was being published by EA is canceled. And Cliffhanger Games was shut down. The Rise of Hydra, launching next year now after the delay, starring Black Panther and Captain America, is still very much a thing. Early 2026. Subcode Awareness, what are you looking forward to tonight? Tonight, my games I'm looking forward to the most for State of Play, Resident Evil 9, Ghost of Yōtei, Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero, and Lost Soul Aside. Would love to see something for Where Winds Meet as well, and Ties of Annihilation. Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of Mimic next week. Ghost of Yōtei Wolverine. I don't know about that. Do you think will be the main villain of Rise of Hydra? It's definitely Red Skull. They're definitely doing Red Skull. I can see I think Claw's going to be in there as well, but I think yeah, it's definitely you can't have Hydra in World War II without Red Skull. Could there be Lego Batman news here? Don't know. What's up, Invulnerable? Doing good. How you doing? New Lego game announcement. Have they done the Lego game? I feel like a Lego game announcement would be at Summer Game Fest, but I didn't see TT Games at the on the partner list. So maybe they do State of Play. Who knows? How do you think they will deal with the Venom game with Tony's death? I mean, there's nothing really to deal with. If the Venom game is something they were conceptually working on, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just hire a voice actor to play Venom. If they were already working on it with Tony Todd, I mean, they have tons of voice lines they could potentially use, because like I've said a bunch, we've covered this a lot. A lot of content was cut from Spider-Man 2. A lot of Venom content specifically didn't make it into the game. I think like 90% of the voice lines that Tony recorded didn't even make it into Spider-Man 2 for Venom. So if they have enough to make a Venom game work, obviously they'll just use that. If they don't have enough, then they obviously just hire somebody else. Steve Bloom is currently playing Venom in Marvel Rivals. He's been playing Venom a long time. It's really great Venom. He's playing it even longer than obviously much longer than Tony has. But yeah, he's one of the best voice actors in the world right now. He would be like the obvious choice if you need to do Venom. His Venom is pretty good, pretty much perfect. Like, I think he plays both Eddie and Venom. Was he? I think he was in Midnight Suns as well. What's up, Louise? Louise, me? Appreciate you. Is it possible that Motive could make the next Avengers? I don't think they're going to do anything that ambitious. That's me personally. When EA announced that they were doing Iron Man, They were still doing Iron Man. They still wanted to do 3 Marvel games. They said that they were going to have basically Motive do the games. So basically, the setting up Motive to be Insomniac. I think they did that because they wanted to cancel the Marvel deal. They didn't want to do the Marvel deal. Andrew Wilson specifically, I don't think wants to do the Marvel deal. I think Andrew Wilson would rather they not do licensed games, but probably realize that they can't drop the whole deal without putting out anything. So I think they position Motive to be like, okay, we'll just treat them like Insomniac. If the Iron Man game is a hit, we'll double down on it. We'll have them make two more Marvel games, and that'll be the deal. If Iron Man flops, we can just say, hey, didn't work out. We did at least one game, and have Motive work on something else. Or if it doesn't, or if it sells decently but not enough of a profit margin for them, then they can be like, okay, well, we'll just have them do something else. I think that's why they made the announcement that they did. Great for you in your wallet. It's about to have bullet holes in it. Oh, for sure. It's a crazy year for gaming. Think Spider-Man will be ever in each other's games? I think it's definitely possible. Insomniac is creating a shared universe. They confirmed they are a shared universe. So that's definitely a card they can play. Batman broke. 1943. I'm not expecting that this summer, honestly. Do I know if there's audio description? Probably. YouTube probably has that. I know the official State of Play probably has it. Anything Spider-Man 3 definitely feels too early to have that at a State of Play. They better not go the course of Suicide Squad. I'm not worried about Insomniac trying to make a Spider-Man looter shooter. I'm not worried about that. I mean, we saw what they were trying to do with the Great Web. It was basically their attempt at a multiplayer game was basically a cool open world Spider-Man game that you could play with your friends. They didn't go the Suicide Squad route at all. They went the Insomniac route and said, "Hey, here's a cool game that you'll probably love." that just happens to be multiplayer. And Sony was like, "No, we can't have that. We gotta do Concord." Shout out Jim Ryan. He's like, now we gotta have Concord and Fairgames. We can't have this Great Web stuff. Give you a new Batman game, Prototype 3 announcement. Your life is yours. I think we're too early for the Batman announcement. The game is coming. I think it's too early to announce it. Prototype 3 definitely a possibility this year. I don't know about this year, but maybe this year. Stone Cold, appreciate the 2. Persona 6 announcement. I don't know about Persona 6, but did I include it on here? No, I didn't. I forgot to include it here. I know I was missing something. Yeah, the voice actors leaked that they're doing a Persona 4 remake. So that's now on the table for either the State of Play or Summer Game Fest. So I think it's time to go do a double announcement. No, I think they're just going to do Wolverine. Do you think Marvel Wolverine is confirmed to have blood and gore? Venom game should definitely have the same. But yeah, Wolverine is already confirmed to be mature. Haven't also since, especially Battlefront 3. Yeah, I wouldn't count on EA to do a Battlefront 3, but it's nice to see the community come together. If I could name the new Batman game, what would it be? If I could name the new Batman game, I would name it Batman and Superman, world's finest. That's what I would name it. The way Eternity to Prototype 3. They do announce the Venom game. Hope they have on web swinging. What like actual like footage? Yeah, that would be nice. A Black Widow game. I don't know if they could get away with a Black Widow game, but I'd be down for a Shield game. Invincible. I think there's definitely a Invincible possibility this year for the trailer. Heard that there's a lot of voice lines hinting that Jean Grey could be the next character from Marvel Season 3. I don't know about voice lines. I don't really get into those leaks, but the lore pretty much straight up sets up Jean Grey for Season 3. Adam Warlock returns to warn everybody about Null. They mentioned in the lore entry that they need to recruit a primordial force of the universe to fight Null, which is obviously the Phoenix Force. Jean was also mentioned in the files for the Cerebral event, the first part of Cerebral event. She was included in those files along with the Elixir. So pretty much they're setting up Jean Grey. Your new Captain America game, Rise of Hydra, next year. Won't be a solo game. Like, yeah, it's well, people who wanted to play a Captain America game and people who wanted to play a Black Panther game will get to do both next year. What's a 2.5D God of War? It's a God of War game in a style of a Metroidvania, and the graphics are 2.5D instead of 3D. Do you think Noel could be a DPS in Marvel Rivals? Could be pretty much anything in Marvel Rivals. He has a lot of powers. Very curious about Wolverine's traversal. It's basically parkour. Wolverine in the comics is obviously he doesn't web swing, you know, but he's super athletic. He's fast. He obviously rides a motorcycle, but when he's not riding a motorcycle, he's just running around doing ninja stuff. I mean, he's literally a ninja. He's using his claws to climb up walls and stuff. Not as agile as Spider-Man, but you know, pretty agile guy. Need a new Doom? Do you think we'll get a Batman and Robin game? I don't. I think we're getting a gameplay trailer if they're doing anything for Wolverine. Is Wolverine game going to be bloody? Yes, very bloody. So I think Wolverine will be comic accurate height. What's his height in the comics? 5. Is he 5 feet in the comics? He's 5'3" in the comics. I think Insomniac might go taller. I think Insomniac will still make him a short king, but maybe like 5'7", 5'8". I think they'll throw Logan a couple inches. Wolverine being the size of Kai Cenat always will. Do I want Injustice 3? Sure. You getting The Last of Us remake remaster 2.0? Your Cobian levels are over 9,000. Fair enough. What's up, Blaze? Chilling. Any DC video games? None that I'm expecting. At least at the state of play. There is one DC game. There's actually 2 DC games that could get announced this year. One of them is the Wolf Among Us 2. The other one, I can't say. And then I think it's still too early for them to announce Injustice 3, but we know it's in development. And we're too early on the Batman game from Rocksteady. They don't really have much else. Oh, Wolverine got the refrigerator build. If Nola's the villain, wouldn't it make sense for Carnage? I mean, not necessarily, because like if you're going from the comics, Carnage was used by Null to fight as a villain, not as an ally for the heroes. So Carnage could pop up in the story, but it wouldn't really make sense for him to be a playable character because you're supposed to be fighting against him. And it does make more sense lore-wise if they're bringing in like characters that can fight against the symbiotes. $10, yes sir. I'm curious if Sony leaves it at this in terms of like the state of play, or if they end up doing a showcase in like September or something. Because they've typically been hosting them like every other year. Nola Carnage game. I'm not expecting either, but I mean the closest I can think of is like a Carnage DLC expansion for Spider-Man 2. Not a lot of villain solo games, which I think would be a fun twist for people to you know take a swing on something. Like just give us a game where you're just a straight up villain. Just a full superhero villain game. You don't get a showcase in December. I have no idea. Like I don't have any particular insight on it. Jeff Grubb had a hard enough time getting info for the state of play, so maybe Sony's improving their security. But yeah, we don't know anything about their plans for showcase this year. So they could be done for the year with events. They could have one more. We have no idea. Venom game would be peak. Yeah, I think it would definitely sell really well. Red Dead 2 60 FPS update. Yeah, I heard something like that might happen. I heard Red Dead 2's getting some kind of update. I heard there's supposed to be a GTA 4 remaster or something. Sorry, yep, 7 minutes. Official countdown is on. Ooh, looks like we got a leak. Looks like we got a leak of some of the games that are some of the partners that are going to be at the state of play. Hold up. Partial list. Okay, we got Capcom, Koei Tecmo, 505 Games, Vertigo, IO, okay. Let me update this a little bit. Who made? Well, they do have Hitman and Mind's Eye to promote, so makes sense. So they probably save so they're probably saving they're probably saving the 007 reveal for the showcase. And they'll just show off Hitman and Mind's Eye. Grasshopper Manufacturing. They did No More Heroes. Interesting. The last game they made was they did some remakes too. They did Shadow of the Damned, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. What are they working on? We're getting a No More Heroes? What's up, Bruno? Are they doing a No More Heroes game? Are they bringing back No More Heroes? This is interesting. Yeah, the studio who, so we're either getting another No More Heroes game, or they're here to announce like some kind of remaster or something. But yeah, the studio behind No More Heroes confirmed. Capcom and Square Enix are there, not surprising. So Capcom is there. So yeah, it feels like Resident Evil 9 is definitely happening. We confirmed Capcom. I mean, they could show Street Fighter 6. They have a new season coming out, but Square Enix, I think Square Enix being there pretty much confirms Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 if we're being optimistic. Square is also going to be at Summer Game Fest. Who knows? Yeah, IO Interactive, they're probably going to show Mind's Eye, maybe Hitman. I think they saved 007. Grasshopper, very interesting. Maybe a No More Heroes revival, or maybe just another port or something. The Deadpool game is being made by Twisted Pixel. We're currently speculating what they could be doing. We already know who's making the Deadpool game. That's supposed to be announced at Summer Game Fest. Grasshopper is known for doing No More Heroes, mostly. They've been doing a lot of remasters and ports lately. So I'm curious if they have another remaster to announce, or they're doing another No More Heroes game. That's interesting though. All right, chat. It's time. Lock in. It's time for the state of play. Two, one. We here. M rated. This program will change with carrier content. Yep. We're so ready.
Running through our veins. Heartbeat.
Reminder, this show is more than 40 minutes long.
Emotion. Running through our veins.
Keep that in mind.
Heartbeat. Love is making waves. I'm facing my fears, not backing away. I'm facing my fears, not backing away.
They get hype for this intro. Wait a minute. This is Tetris. Modern Tetris. Blue minds arise.
Love is making waves.
Fall 2025. It's literally like crazy Tetris. It's going to be on PS5 and PSVR too.
Hello from Enhance. I'm Tetsuya Mizuguchi. ディレクターの石原隆です。
You.
ルミネスアライズのトレーラー楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。この秋、プレイステーション5、PSVR2 対応で発売予定です。
These are guys that just made that
ルミネス
game.
アライズはバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、いつまでも遊びたくなるゲームタイトルとなっています。
It's literally
世界は
Tetris.
とても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚
The
の世
Shoko
界へと
tour.
導きます。
Imagine.
まあよくある普通のパズルゲーム
That music kind of slapped though. I'm not gonna lie.
テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲームではありません。
夏にシングルとマルチプレイの体験版を
Shout out to the Tetris fans.
ぜひ皆さん手に取って遊んでみてください。
Thank you and enjoy the rest of State of Play.
Thank you. Good luck on the game. Just hoping for Kingdom Hearts. Square Enix is at the show. Probably going to be Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, but Square Enix is confirmed to be here.
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna
How'd you get here?
and advanced
A rare Aqua appearance. So this,
we're reshaping the line between
I
dreams
think this is a hardware
and
promo.
we create life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
Oh, this is a game.
Let's see if that.
Is this my? Wait, is this Mind's Eye?
And why are these things
Pragmata?
trying to kill us?
This is definitely a
There
game.
you are.
Oh, it's Pragmata! No, this is Pragmata!
You patched me up.
Detroit. Yeah, it's Capcom. Yeah, we knew Capcom was going to be here, and Pragmata was coming out this week.
Whoa, hang on a second. Don't you have a...
Yes, it's Pragmata. Yo!
Get behind me.
I think I can help.
Target
So it's Death Stranding in space
neutralizing threats.
with superpowers.
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through.
I'm with it.
What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls, hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Yeah, damn. How long people been waiting for Pragmata? That's crazy.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am D.
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
We still getting Resident Evil 9 for sure.
Diana?
Might be at Summer Game Fest, but damn, the Pragmata, Capcom coming through. Capcom is honestly carrying, bro. Capcom been carrying for sure. Imagine they show Pragmata and Resident Evil 9 in the same state of play. Holy.
Oh, hey, today is Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome, I love curry.
Speaking of curry, apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
Curry time.
If you do that, if they do that, you'll worship Capcom. I mean, low key, you should already be kind of worshiping Capcom.
Who's gonna die? Romeo, listen up. You're gonna die in about 15 seconds. Seriously? Seriously.
Ooh, zombie
Don't
game.
worry. I made this just in case. The dead gear life
Carry a
support
bum,
system.
LeBron.
Don't
Thanks,
move,
Cap.
okay?
Stop the Cap. Zombie game, I'm automatically interested.
You're already half dead. And now
This is
I'm
either
gone.
indie or VR.
Dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From
These
now
visuals
on,
are crazy.
you're Dead man.
Romeo is dead man. Ooh, did not see us coming. Oh, take my money. Take my money. Take take the money. Take the money. Take it. Take it now. Take it now. I was not expecting this change up. I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. Coming 2026.
Romeo is a dead man.
This is like somebody played
2026.
Dead Rising
Maybe.
and dropped a ton of acid
That was Grandpa's voice.
and decided to make a game.
A spirit?
And I'm here for it.
Back. What?
Oh, this is the Grasshopper game. Grasshopper manufacturer. So that's what they're doing. Oh, so all right. So yeah, Grasshopper. Yeah, the leak list of some of the partners for this state of play leaked. Grasshopper was on there. We were wondering what they were going to be making, if it was going to be a No More Heroes. So the new Grasshopper manufacturer game is this Romeo is Dead Man action zombie game. Damn, that's crazy. So even more reason to buy it. It was made by the people who did No More Heroes. So now you have to buy it. Damn, that's crazy. Already good state of play. Bro, we just started. They started us off with, we had the Tetris game, then we got Pragmata. Now we got this crazy new game from Grasshopper. Is this a Silent Hill DLC?
こっち通るの珍しいね。今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。
Silent Hill 2 DLC?
じゃあね。裏切り者。
You thought it was Ghost of Yōtei? No way. It looks nothing like Ghost of Yōtei. I immediately thought like Silent Hill. Yep, Silent Hill 2 DLC. Silent Hill F.
誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて。こんなの絶対に。
Ooh.
誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物が見つけ。
Yeah, stay play a banger so far. Sony heard all that slander. Sony heard y'all talking. They're like, all right, we'll show you something. Ooh. Oh, that looks mad creepy, bro. Oh my god. How can she possibly survive this? She looks like she's outmatched. I'm not gonna lie.
どこにいるの？いなくはいいよね。
This looks mad creepy. Classic Korean horror game. Average Japanese high schooler. Pretty much. Always getting into some trouble with the supernatural. I'll tell you, the art direction is insane. I'm not really a fan of horror games where the main character is like not super strong. Because horror games don't scare me. But this looks cool. Appreciate you, Winter Soldier. Oh, Corey's watching this? Oh, Corey's definitely watching this. Corey's definitely tapped in. Oh, yeah. Silent Hill. Corey Kenshin is definitely doing a playthrough of this. 100%. We're getting a Corey Kenshin video for this. 100%. Nope, not playing this game. Is scared. September. Oh, nice. September 25th. Silent Hill F. Yeah, we're off to a great start. Pre-orders are live right now. We will be pre-ordering. Oh, they sold Aqua around 16th century.
The castle has been sighted again.
What do we got here? This
Sacrifices must be stopped.
We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates,
This already looks fire.
and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The demon lord himself will fall by our hand.
New Metroidvania.
Will test the limits of your courage.
You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings. Beasts that defy reason. Creatures
Wow.
born of pure darkness.
What's up? What's up, Ashron? You'll play this? Ooh.
Thousand Blossom.
Did you peep the villain he was just fighting? She's the new lady. She's about to be a new Lady D. I saw that. I saw that.
With me. Cross.
I saw those legs. Till Death Destroys Our Castle Walls. Bloodstain, The Scarlet Engagement. 2026. Very Final Fantasy inspired.
So you've come
It's not a state of play, it's state of mobile. You literally have not been watching it all.
right into the
Please rewind and be silent. Rewind and be quiet. All right, new Bandai Namco. New Bandai Namco.
Or a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical.
Hope you didn't miss much. They started off with some bangers. This is the new Digimon. Digimon Time Stranger. Yep, I figured they'd be showing this.
To uncover the causality between these anomalies.
This is a new Digimon game.
A phase electron life form. Is that what
We need Low Nightmare 3 news.
I'll always be
Oh, it's definitely coming this week for sure.
Who exactly are you working?
Either the State of Play or Summer Game Fest.
Or what is that?
I think Summer Game Fest.
about the digital world?
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an
Digimon is back.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with.
Man, I loved Digimon when I was a kid, bro.
The upcoming battle is
That original series was peak.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world?
Stop it! That egg is very important!
Some of these are Ellis of Silent Hill. Absolute cap.
It is just as a great one.
Romeo's a dead man looked insane.
We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength
Everything's riding on
to
you.
move forward into the
We
future!
must fulfill our mission.
And it's from the studio who did No More Heroes. Like if you think it's been bad so far, you might just not like video games. I'm sorry. If you think the State of Play has been bad so far, I don't think video games are for you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Square Enix, this is Final Fantasy VII Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. I think this is what it is. Tactics remaster.
Not your way with children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the father.
What was the medieval game? Machine guns. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall upon your crown!
Hope we see that at Summer Game Fest.
It ends now.
A lot of casuals on here, absolutely. Final Fantasy Tactics, yep. And Valis Chronicles.
You remember when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
This is the Kingdom Hearts 4. I know that. So I knew Tactics was getting revealed this at the State of Play. I knew that ahead of time. A lot of Final Fantasy fans been screaming all week on social media about Final Fantasy Tactics. So there you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
Alrighty.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics,
Someone making a list?
fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay,
I'm making a list in
and
my
much
head.
more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern.
I actually have a list open in another tab.
Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
This next game is something really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
A comedy game?
Is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just.
Oh, this game.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I just went away.
This is going to be the new All the Way Up.
In baby steps, all you have to do is carefully place one foot in front of the other, which is easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest
This is a game every streamer is going to be playing.
It's a captivating open world experience filled with oddball characters.
I guarantee you, every streamer is going to be playing this game.
Definitely check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
It's the new All the Way Up. They should drop it on Steam. It would get like 300,000 concurrents. IDK bro, give you Kingdom Hearts 4, your life is yours. Appreciate the vibe.
Origami is a unique action-adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios.
They might be saving it for Summer Game Fest.
In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes.
I just be about to go crazy with that game, for sure. That is 100% a streamer game. 100%.
A nimble frog, a hardy armadillo, and a powerful.
That is a 100% streamer. That is the new All the Way Up. 100%.
Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer.
Queso's absolutely playing that game.
Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shot series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment,
That's true too.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shot,
I mean, it's gonna be on
boasts
PS5.
the largest character roster ever.
So we might do a playthrough.
Courses from 10 different regions.
We might do a
around the
challenge.
world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants. Pre-orders begin later today. And those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early
bro,
character.
not gonna lie, I used to love Hot Shot Golf when I was a kid.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September 5th.
I played, I low-key was a huge fan of Hot Shot Golf.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound
Ninja Gaiden
is a
Ragebound.
challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound
I remember
stars
getting
dual protagonists
Hot Shot Golf
forced to combine
from
resources and skills
Blockbuster.
against a demon uprising.
I think I rented it like multiple times.
Fans will really love the Pulse.
I really like that game.
Featuring guest composers from the original series.
I think Pac-Man's going to be in the Sonic racing game.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound arrives July 31st on PS5
Nice,
and
we need
PS4.
Wolverine. Wait for Marvel, Venom, Wolverine, and Resident Evil 9.
From the game bakers, Cairn is a survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain.
This is a more serious All the Way Up.
Discover secrets.
Hey, wait for me.
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
I know this game would make me mad. I'm not playing this.
You can give it a try yourself.
Definitely a streamer game.
Arrives later today.
The demo's dropping. Another 100% another streamer game. I know that game's gonna make people rage.
But there's still a lot of state of play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse.
Digital
Nothing
Eclipse.
can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
Ooh, what they cooking up this time?
We knew pretty early on that the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
Telltale should make Batman 3.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
Oh, have you know Blockbuster was speaking? Bro, there was nothing better than Blockbuster back in the day, bro.
We knew that we were onto something.
Ooh, Mortal Kombat collection?
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game.
That was literally me in the arcade, except I was a child.
It became something that added to the mystique of
Bro, the amount of quarters I wasted on Mortal Kombat.
A part of a world that is much larger.
Ooh, they got the movie cast? Your dad's gonna love this. 100. This is 100% a Father's Day gift.
There was no template to make the games.
Online with rollback?
It's a bit of the Wild West.
Yo.
Every part of that game is an expression.
This was peak Mortal Kombat. Shout out to Ed Boon. PS5, PS4. Yo, this is crazy. It's coming out this year. Yo, that first Mortal Kombat movie was an event. It was our Avengers. What the hell? No way. First fight stick made by PlayStation. So now you can play that with Mortal Kombat. That's crazy.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder.
Konami Digital. Konami. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. So we're probably not seeing Death Stranding 2 today. Because Kojima hates Konami.
Loading like this, it's a revolution.
All right, Commander.
Baby.
Take this. Here comes another one. You won't get away from me. Time for you to taste some real pain.
What's the matter?
I'm
over here.
I think this comes out in August, right? WW. This looks pretty cool. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Ape Escape? What the fuck? Yo, what? Why is Ape Escape in this? Yo! What the hell? What is happening? Why is Ape Escape? I never thought I'd be seeing a Ape Escape Metal Gear Solid crossover. What is happening?
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams.
I have no idea what's happening here.
This power has
That's
been
crazy.
the
That's actually crazy.
impetus for human wars.
Team Ninja!
An ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
New heat from Team Ninja. Yes. Yes, into my veins. Into my veins.
What makes a shogun?
Punish me. Punish me, Team Ninja.
My answer.
Yes. Oh, look at those visuals! Yo, Team Ninja be cooking.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell.
Neo 3! Not Neo 3, what?
Who might you be, warrior?
Tokugawa.
Straight into my bloodstream. Early 2026? Ooh, Rise of Hydra and Neo 3 are coming out in the same window.
戦国シニゲーシリーズの最新作「ニオ3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションは
Was that a PS3 game? Rage Bait used to be believable.
新たに忍者スタイルを追加、より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。
We know you're too young. We know you're not even old enough to have had a PS3. You don't even know what it looks like. Shut up.
本日よりPlayStation 5で体験版も配信いたします。
And they got a demo today?
してご意見をいただければと思います。2026年の発売に向け続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Ooh, stealth dropping the Neo 3 demo today. We might low-key play this after the stream, depending on what's going on. What else gets revealed? All right, this is a VR2 game.
The city really is. For me, it's all I've ever known.
You had a PS2, a PS3. You maybe had a PS5. You're clearly 12.
I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever.
Normalized demos, absolutely.
To survive.
Is the theme of this state of play Japanese? This is gonna blow your mind. A lot of people may not know this. PlayStation is a Japanese company.
This city
I know it's crazy.
Lost and
Sony
treasures
is based in Japan.
locked away, waiting to be found.
Yeah, their headquarters is in Japan. I know it's mind blowing, right? Yeah, they are a Japanese company.
Come with more trouble than
I know it's a shock. A lot of people assume they're American. No, they are a Japanese company who make Japanese things.
Who are you?
Thief for VR from Idols Montreal. Shout out to Idols.
Tidewalker, are you there yet?
Subnautica 2.
Cleo has uncovered a formula for
This is the DigiArt game. We know that this leaked earlier.
Hey, you got some hosing?
Market Land seems a bit tense today. I heard something happened with another Tidewalker.
Need that? They don't know about PS1.
Damn it.
What games you missed? A lot.
Someone beat us to it.
A multiplayer story.
Ever since the Great Flood, Elland, my dear planet, has been dying. Plastemia has taken everything.
High on life.
But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
Seriously, that was the Japanese.
And it's up to you now.
Yes, the theme of the Japanese of the showcase from the Japanese company is Japan. Deal with consequences. Ooh. We got some consequences.
Tidewalkers. Will you help us?
Got some racing. Ooh. Tides of Tomorrow. 2026, February 24. Tides of Tomorrow. This is a new Digits Art game that leaked.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Ducey, the game director of Astrobot.
Yes!
It's a pleasure to be back today to share more news with you. What the last few months it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot launched
Let's
last
go!
September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels, all of which came at no additional cost.
Yes, Astrobot DLC!
I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels.
Yeah!
Astrobot, bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets.
Holy!
New special bots will be there too, including
Ghost of
Atreus
Yōtei!
and Yōtei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally,
let's
the
go!
Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year.
The controller's coming back!
So be on the lookout for more news.
Ooh, I want that. I want that. I want that controller.
Thank you.
The controller's coming back. I want it. I need it. I need it. I need it.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Holy peak. Is Last of Us and Astrobot? Yes. Yes, actually, they are. Zero. Single player Joe and all. No, it's not that kind of game. Astrobot, you can interact with characters from the PlayStation universe, and sometimes get their powers. Like there's a God of War level Definitely play Astrobot. It's really fun. Terror Cloud gonna be bots to save. Ooh, imagine. Evil Ariel. Shout out to Little Mermaid. That was a crazy attack. What the hell? This actually does look like Arcane. This art direction is crazy. It reminded me a little bit. The fights look like Clair Obscura a little bit, except this unique art style. Kind of reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas. Sea Remnant coming 2026. Wishlist now. Yeah, that looks pretty. That looked really interesting. The visionary artist by Abzu, The Pathless, and The Journey. I wonder if they're going to show the God of War game today. Ooh, this looks very pretty. Giant Squid presents. These visuals are crazy. This is like a whole vibe. They had me at Dolphins. Bro, this game looks insane. What the hell? Those fish frozen in the air. We can do skate tricks. Yo, this looks insane. Sword of the Sea. When is this? August 19th? I want this game. I actually want this game.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure
Spider-Man 3, I wish.
Abzu and the Pathless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
It's coming straight to PlayStation Plus? Yes!
On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak.
And that's the Control game.
In this cooperative FPS set
free to play
world of Control,
for PlayStation Plus,
two fellow agents must confront and contain the reality warping chaos.
I'm glad I got my premium.
Fun in short bursts or deep dives, FBC Firebreak launches day one into game catalog on June 17th.
I'm playing both of these. Shout out to PlayStation Plus.
Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer. The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June.
That reminds me of Stray.
In July,
Stray came out on straight to PlayStation Plus
for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st.
And I remember I played it on stream just to try it out.
Additionally, two of
and I couldn't stop playing. I ended up we done playing for 10 hours straight until we finished the game.
Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 will arrive later this
I'm getting the
summer
same vibe from Sword of the Sea.
Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th.
Bloodborne Remaster, imagine.
Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware,
Twisted Metal.
and more. Visit PlayStation.
Imagine if they didn't cancel the Twisted Metal multiplayer game. There was a Twisted Metal multiplayer game in development. They canceled it though.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
Ooh, this is
Started a
Hitman.
grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at
Or
the top of his
007.
class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
This is IO
His
Interactive.
superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No. And I suspect he feels the same way.
This is either Hitman or 007.
Did in Iceland.
What he did in Iceland.
Because they have a showcase coming up.
It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet
Yes!
without a target.
James Bond!
Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Let's
Let's
go!
ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
You?
We're facing a situation of the utmost.
Take my money! Take
I
it!
need all my pieces on the board.
We got stealth, the gadgets.
Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
Yo, this looks crazy.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not
Yes.
your Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Got the laser watch. The vehicles. Take it now.
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
Yes, the Riz. The Riz is back. Look at the aura, chat. Look at the aura. First light. 007 is back.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Coming 2026. And we're going to see more of it on Friday. They're having IO Interactive is having a showcase. Yep, tune in for gameplay reveal December. Yeah, they're having their own showcase.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO
on Friday.
The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Light.
They're going to show 007 and Hitman.
Bond as a young air crewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status.
Your wild's going to be empty.
Everyone at Interactive has poured their
Pre-order
passion
confirmed.
and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007.
Damn, 2026 is about to be crazy.
Can't wait to share more with you soon.
'26 got 007, GTA 6, and Rise of Hydra. PlayStation Studios. Oh, Ghost of Yōtei. Some Ghost of Yōtei gameplay. Crazy. I think it's going to be extended gameplay.
You're still with me?
Pre-orders are live right now. Here's our doggo. Gameplay deep dive coming in July. What is always getting its own state of play.
ために戦う。さあ、お手並み拝見といこう。
Arc system works. Ooh.
君のことは親友だと思っているが。
Captain America?
エブラニウムのシールドだけで
What is this?
私のアーマーには勝てないぞ。
Marvel games. Appreciate the 50, Bruno. No way! No way! Oh my god! Star-Lord! You got Star-Lord? They brought it back! Oh my god! Ghost Rider? Dude! Look at the art! Oh my god, they cooked! Storm! Mommy, Storm! Oh, 4v4 tag battles! Oh my god, I can't believe they brought this back. There is no way. Kamala! Yo! Absolute cinema. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. It's a new game coming in 2026. PS5 and PC. It's basically a Marvel Rivals fighting game. I thought they would bring back Marvel vs. Capcom. What else are they cooking?
What is this? の友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、まあ
overtime for real.
まあ予定合わせて行っ
たんですけど、we're getting the backstory.
実はアクの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを
So how would you feel about Art making a Marvel game?
ような提案をいただきまして、
A Marvel fighting game.
いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。
We heard that you were truly stunned.
まあ世界的に
That was a global IP and also was an incredible honor.
IP ですし、光栄だなと思いつつも、まず
At the same time, we thought,
うちの会社で
can
大
our
丈夫
company
か
really
な
handle
って
this?
いう不安もあり。
Yes. Yes, they can. This looks insane.
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom and wanting to say, why isn't PlayStation in this space?
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre.
PlayStation approached them about
it. Really excited because we had worked with them before on successful stuff like the Marvel Spider-Man franchise with Insomniac.
When it came to approaching Marvel, you have to kind of first float the idea and let them know, hey, you know, we're thinking about approaching a company like Arc System Works to make a fighting game. We'd love to partner with you to do this really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and there's just
I'm sure they didn't have to convince Marvel.
And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring.
Marvel's like, do you have money?
本当に
Then
や
yes.
るんだったらぜひやりたいねっていうことを言われました。まあ話を受けてしまった以上これは私がプロデューサーなのかなということで。
Not hard to convince Marvel.
Most fans, including myself,
just give them money.
Sacred.
This looks crazy.
Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
Bro, the new Spider-Man suit looks
I feel like I have a
clean.
good grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of, here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they take on a Marvel.
We don't need
IP,
Marvel vs. Capcom
and what came
anymore.
up was something that
We've got
went
this.
Beyond that.
I can't wait to play Jay Shock Blast in
マーベル
this.
さんに提出した時はなんとなくマイケルさんの反応はあんまり芳しくなかった印象があって、まあ何がまずいのかなっていろいろこうやっぱり直接話していくうちにもっとアークのやりたいマーベルを見せてくれというような話をいただいたことがあって。
I remember personally the first time I saw Iron Man was really when I felt we had something special.
なので今回のアイアンマンのデザインを皆さんご覧いただければ
Damn, the Iron Man armor is
かな
clean.
りこう日本らしいアークシステム
Very Japanese.
デザインっていうのが
Very Sentai inspired.
の反応がすこぶる良くて
Very Sentai inspired design for
と
Iron
いう感
Man.
じで
Iron Man is supposed to be the sleek fighter jet, think luxury race car, mixed with a brick house. And the fact that they added anime mech elements to him just felt really naturally at home.
One of the mantras that we have for this project
Storm
is
looks
from
so
Japan
good.
to the world, and really trying to take not just the IP but gameplay mechanics and say what
The
can we
art
really
direction
take
is
from
insane.
Japan, creators that are doing awesome work
Bro,
here, and
Japan
bring
don't
that
miss,
to
bro.
the global platform.
Look at their art is so good.
まあ本当にやっぱり強調すべきは、まあ、格闘ゲームのチームバトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に
Just
意欲的
Eastern studios in general just don't miss with their art
Looks
direction.
at these Marvel characters. It's
China,
not just the
Japan,
visuals, it's also the
Korea,
gameplay
the
mechanics
visuals
and
are
adding in
insane.
that, what is that pop? What is going to be something that's different? Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to change up the gameplay.
Time to add these skins to rivals. That's what I'm saying.
今回
Iron Man look like Voltron, yeah.
的なところにチャレンジしている中で
Little Voltron, little Gundam.
練習しないと勝てないんじゃないのとか安心してください。
Learning 4 characters is extremely daunting.
Western
but
devs
the
need to
team
lock in,
Arc
bro.
System Works has found a way to design a
100%.
system that adapts to your playstyle. So you could either duke it out as just the leader,
Lock
and
all the way in.
or you can tag in your assists to swap the leader and change the matchup on the fly.
At
I
Marvel
don't
vs.
think a lot of
Capcom,
people thought
bro,
that this day would be here, would come.
this is
You know, this
crazy.
has just been an awesome journey, and I'm excited that we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production.
I'm not a
And
huge fighting
it's
game
just
guy,
a dream to even
but I gotta
be
play
working
this.
with these two great partners.
それは決してビジネスという枠組みではなくて、それぞれの強い思いの中でこのタイトルを成功させよう、いいゲームにしてファンに届けようと。
Rival to rivals.
The 3 companies have come together to do this, and I think we really are going to make something magical here.
このタイトルですね、まだまだ開発
This is either the last game of the state of
キャラ
play.
クターも発表していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター
Either this is the one more
コンテン
thing,
ツというところも
or there's a one more thing
いろいろ
after
出ていくと
this.
思います。今しばらく楽しみにお待ちいただければなと思います。Stay tuned.
But we're at the end of we're definitely at the end of the show. There's either one more after this or this is the end. But wow, what a reveal. That's crazy. Marvel's Togan Fighting Souls.
You're still with me?
Little recap.
Seems the upcoming battle is
Big Will. Oh yeah. We gotta get Big Will in there. This is a really good show. I gotta download that Neo demo. And there's a state of play coming in July. Yeah, that was the last one. So that was the last. So that was the last reveal of the state of play. What a crazy state of play. Definitely some stuff we expected, some we didn't, some surprises. That's a hold on. Is the demo available? I'm gonna try that Neo demo. Not that I need another game. Jesus Christ. I still gotta play Claire. I know people are gonna be mad about Wolverine, and we still have the Summer Game Fest on Friday, but that was a really good show. That was a really good show. They went absolutely crazy. Everyone chant Wolverine. Hold up, I gotta do a reaction. I gotta post my reaction for that new Marvel fighting game. I know Wolverine fans are mad, but that was a great show. They actually cooked on that one. I'm not gonna hold you. I know every Insomniac fan is going to say the show is bad, but if I'm looking around online, I think I'm going to see a majority of people saying the show is fire, because it was. Absolute fire show. Shout out to Arc Systems. I was not expecting them to be the closer. I thought it might be an Ultimate Alliance or something, but man, a 4v4 fighting game. Marvel versus Capcom, who? The visuals look so good. Let me actually. I might as well just do this on stream. I need a thumbnail for my reaction. You're a huge Insomniac fan. I'm a huge Insomniac fan. I think this show was awesome. I think it's definitely one of the better state of plays they've had in recent memory. Some genuine surprises, some really good games for a lot of people. Some genuine heat. Damn, look at Spider-Man. He looks so clean. Poor Kamala. She got cooked. Yo, this game looks so good. Look at Star-Lord. This game looks insane. The Ghost Rider. Damn. Those mad lads. How did I don't think anyone knew. Did Miller know about this? I don't think Miller knew about this. This was like on nobody's. I don't think this was on anybody's radar. Look at the aura on Doom. Damn. This game look. I'm so looking forward to playing this game with Greek and J Shock Blast. Yeah, look at Storm. Yes. They cook. Ghost Rider looks insane. Ghost Rider and Doom look crazy. Doom looks actually busted. Storm is always good in these fighting games. Cook that, man. Yeah, this might end up being a community game. Look at Kamala. Hulk game. Romeo is a dead man looks great. Yeah. So we got Pragmata. We got Pragmata. We got Romeo is a Dead Man from the creators of No More Heroes. We got Neo 3. We got James Bond 007 First Light. We got this insane Marvel fighting game, like, bro. Marvel took on Fighting Souls. This looks insane. GameSpot posted the official trailer. I did not think PlayStation Studios was cooking up something like this. There's the official trailer from GameSpot. They made smart. I just love the designs, bro. Marvel fighting game, all Xbox combined. It looks so cool. Like I can't get over how cool the game looks. Like it literally gave me Marvel Rivals vibes. Because they also were able to like uniquely stylize like Marvel characters and like in their own way with that Eastern influence. We should have way more like superhero collabs with Eastern companies. Cause like every time I've seen a Marvel anime, it was insane. Every single time. For Captain America's design though. I like all the designs I've seen so far. So far they showed Iron Man, Captain America, Kamala, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Storm, Doom, and Ghost Rider, I think. That even goes Neo 3 look crazy. They think they canceled Wolverine. Nah, they definitely didn't cancel it. Insomniac. I literally said this before the show, that Insomniac is like really weird with their marketing since Spider-Man 2. That's why I brought up when they they've just been like avoiding PlayStation events. Like I brought up when they like literally had a full presentation ready to go for the New Game Plus update, and they just straight up didn't release it. Like they had it all ready to go, and they skipped the state of play, and instead we're like, nah, we're just going to release everything like the next day. Just randomly drop everything on Twitter the next day. Like Insomniac's marketing was super unpredictable. So I have no idea what they're planning. We know they have another state of play coming in July. For Ghost of Yōtei. It's a gameplay deep dive. They confirmed that one. I don't know if we're going to get another event like a showcase, but yeah, we know they got the July event. And PlayStation is supposed to be at Summer Game Fest as well. They are confirmed to be a partner there. So we'll definitely be tapped in. You have to be an adult. Appreciate you. Need the Venom game already. I don't know why there's so many people asking for the Venom game when they never even confirmed it. Like for all we know, there is no Venom game. Like why are people pressed about the Venom game? They never said they're making a Venom game. People are getting expectations based on something they found in a hack. We don't even know. Like the Great Web was in the hack. We know that's canceled. Like why are people expecting the Venom game? Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Like the Great Web was in the leak as well, and that game, we know that game's canceled. so why are people assuming the Venom game is still a thing? They've never committed to doing a Venom game. They committed to doing Marvel's Wolverine. That's the only game Insomniac has publicly committed to making right now. Marvel's Wolverine. Reselling MK for the billion time is crazy. I mean, MK is goated franchise. Arc has produced peak 100%. Back to add Black Widow to this game. Oh yeah, I think Hawkeye and Black Widow will probably be in this. Obviously, Wolverine's going to be in this. I think Wolverine's canceled. So you think Insomniac's just been randomly saying, "Oh yeah, we're working on Wolverine"? They just been randomly in the studio working on a canceled game. I was literally on Twitter and I saw Aaron post a photo from in the office, and he was like, "Yeah, we're working on Wolverine." like what are we talking about? I loved it. I like to say, yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought they did a great job with it. I thought this was definitely one of their better state of plays. A lot of games I'm looking for. I was already interested in the James Bond 007 game, but after like getting our first look at it, yeah, I'm definitely all in on that one. 100% all in on that game. The James Bond game looks actually like crazy. I cannot wait for that one. I think I'm gonna post this on my second channel. Get that going. Get my reaction up for this new game. Arc System works really talented. Definitely cooked on here. Looking forward to summer. It's a big week. We're going to be going hard in the paint on video game coverage. Chat. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot this week. It's a lot happening this week. We still got Summer Game Fest on Friday. Could be the biggest Summer Game Fest they've ever had. Over 60 partners. PlayStation is there. Ubisoft is not doing a showcase this year. They confirmed they're not doing a showcase this year. But they are going to be presenting games instead at other showcases. And I've heard they're definitely revealing the Splinter Cell remake. So Splinter Cell fans, be on the lookout for that. Splinter Cell remake incoming. Also heard a new Spyro the Dragon is going to be at the Xbox showcase. If you're a Spyro the Dragon enjoyer, definitely tap in. I'm be covering the Xbox showcase as well. It's going to, and we still got Resident Evil 9, of course, which looks like it's going to be a Summer Game Fest. Looks like they gave Sony Pragmata, and they're giving Jeff Keighley Resident Evil 9. Probably moving in. I don't know what that is. Bond release was specific other than 2026. Yeah, I don't think they gave it. I don't think they narrowed it down, but they do have a showcase on Friday. I think they're going to show off Hitman, Mind's Eye, and 007. So they might give a release date. Wolverine at Summer Game Fest. Let the cope continue. Wolverine, literally, Insomniac might drop Wolverine tomorrow. Like that's how unpredictable. Like I literally gave an example of them doing this. They did this last time with the Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus update. They literally had the trailer and everything ready to promote it, and they just skipped the state of play and just dropped it the next day. It's so funny. Fire Ed Boon. That's weird. Ed Boon seems to be cooking. Definitely don't fire Ed Boon. Ed Boon's been cooking. Keep cooking, Ed Boon. Looking forward to the Mortal Kombat collection. And looking forward to Injustice 3, which is currently in development. Sparrow, let's go. Yes, sir. Why do people keep saying go see Yōtei's vote? Because they're incel tourists who hate women. That's literally what it's come down to. There's a culture, there's a community that's developed and infiltrated the game industry where you have it's just a bunch of right-wing grifters who are absolute tourists pretending to care about video games. So anytime a game stars anyone that's not white and male, they immediately just start yelling it's woke. Then they've co-opted some of the more toxic members of the Gooner side of things, of the community, who hate women in general unless they're presented strictly as Gooner bait. So you combine these two factors, and that explains the backlash against Ghost of Yōtei. Because if you actually played Ghost of Tsushima, you would have no problem with Ghost of Yōtei, apart having a female main character. If you actually played Ghost of Tsushima, but none of these tourists who are calling it will actually play the game, because you know the female characters that were in Ghost of Tsushima and in the Legends mode. Like you know how they handle, how they write their characters, how good the combat and the story is. These are all tourists. Like they never played the game. Literally, if she looked like Eve from Stellar Blade, they'd be calling it based. That's literally the only reason they're saying the game is woke, because she's not wearing a bikini in feudal Japan, which probably would get decapitated for canonically. like you're not even allowed to. Like that wasn't even like allowed, like to be just walking around like that. But yeah, if she was running around with a sword and a bikini, they wouldn't have anything to say. But because she doesn't look like Eve from Stellar Blade, they're calling it woke. Yeah, they're weirdos. You could ignore all those people. No Kingdom Hearts 4 Summer Game Fest. I think it could be there. Square Enix is going to be there, and they already showed Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. And they're doing they're announcing the Final Fantasy remake stuff at the Xbox show. So I could definitely see Kingdom Hearts 4 at Summer Game Fest. Yeah, they do Final Fantasy Tactics at Summer Game Fest at State of Play. They do the Final Fantasy remakes at Xbox show, and they do Kingdom Hearts 4 at Summer Game Fest. No one would complain if she was wearing leggings in feudal Japan. 100%. Yeah, you can ignore all these weirdos. They don't actually care about Ghost of Tsushima. They never played the original game. This is how they interact with games now. They just call anything that's not Gooner material woke. They're weird. Looking forward to Ghost of Yōtei as usual. July they got the deep dive, the gameplay deep dive in July. It's going to be its own state of play, and the game drops in October 2nd, I believe. You're saying it now, anyone calls Yōtei woke as a non-human, 100%. It's okay, Jay. She's awesome. I don't think you're not selling me on a Black Widow solo game. I don't think Black Widow can carry a solo game. These tourists here this is why you should ignore all these tourists, because they're having an absolutely, it's funny. They're absolutely crashing out because they're just getting cooked in 2025. Like pretty much every game they called woke, like overperformed, and it's making their grift, exposing their grift, because more people are realizing the more they gap that none of these people actually are gamers. Like they said, Split Fiction was woke, gonna flop, one of the biggest games of the year. They said Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was woke. It was going to flop, one of the biggest games of the year. They originally said Monster Hunter Wilds was woke. They had to walk that one back. One of the biggest game of the year. They said they had a field day with Assassin's Creed Shadows saying it's woke and all this other stuff. That one of the biggest, the second best-selling Assassin's Creed game ever. they said Clear Expedition 33 was woke. It's everyone's game of the year, one of the biggest games of the year. Every game, pretty much the only game that these weirdos called woke that didn't do well this year was like South of Midnight. Literally every other game they called woke overperformed. Like nobody cares about these losers, bro. They lost, bro. It's over. You actually play as a Sadot should pick up the Hulk. 100%. South wasn't really woke. It was catered to. That's the thing. They only called it woke because it had black people in it. That's the only reason. Like there wasn't like they didn't see any overt political messaging. They just saw a game with a black main character and a predominantly black cast and just called it woke. There was like there were no like politics they pointed to. There was like, oh, black people in this game is woke because they're also racist, obviously. Like at least with Dragon Age the Veilguard, you could point to like, oh, this has like overtly left-wing political dialogue in it. They couldn't even do that for South of Midnight. It was like, oh, it just has black people in it. It's woke. Like that's literally the only reason they were calling it woke. That's every other game this year they called woke was a huge success. so keep it coming. Keep exposing yourselves. Am I planning on doing another Hulk game vid? If there's any news on a Hulk video, sure. If there's any news on Hulk, I'll definitely make a video about it. South of Midnight was actually fun. I heard it was fun. I don't have Game Pass, so I didn't play it. I bet you think The Last of Us 2 is a work. I bet you have never touched a woman in your life. I bet the last time a woman held you, you were born. And it's been disappointment ever since. And as everyone who actually follows the channel know, I absolutely hated The Last of Us 2. That's why I didn't watch season 2 of the show. Because I hated the story of the game. I thought the gameplay, everything was really good. The graphics were great. I thought the story was absolute dog water. But the other thing is these losers. That's the other thing. When you present the losers with facts, all these weirdos will do is like, oh, you must have liked insert game that they called woke. You must have liked this game, like because they have no argument. They have no argument. They have no facts. As soon as you cook their ass with facts, they come up with, oh, you must like this thing. Well, no, I thought Last of Us 2 was ass. You're still a loser. Next. Neo 3 demo. Did they show Wolverine? Nah. I'm seeing if I definitely want to download the Neo 3 demo, check it out. Is Yelena Crimson Widow or White Widow? Not sure. I would definitely play a Black Widow game. I don't think a Black Widow game could sell. I don't know how well a Black Widow game would sell by itself. That's why I think it should be like a Shield game. Like if you have a Shield game and you've got Black Widow, you've got Hawkeye, you've got Quake, Nick Fury, I think that game could pop off. I don't know about a Black Widow solo game. I don't know if she can carry. I would definitely play it though, if it was done well. It's not on my thing yet. Appreciate the 5, Gabe. Thank you so much. The Neo 3 demo isn't on my story yet. Damn it, PlayStation. Yeah, and that's the other thing. We literally have someone talking about how they would love a Black Widow game, and this weirdo's always like, oh, it's woke already. Having the game, this is like a hypothetical Black Widow game, and this loser is already calling it woke. It's not even real. It's a Black Widow game pitched by a Black Widow fan, and he's already calling it woke. You can't make this up. These people are actual weirdos. Like, you're crashing out over a game that doesn't exist yet. Go outside. Stop watching Grums and all these culture war weirdos. They're just manipulating you to take your money. That's all they're doing. They're manipulating you for money. All their content is designed to make you angry so that they can make money. That's literally it. This is not a good way to live, my friend. You're way too angry. You're way too angry about women, bro. Take a shower, go to the gym, eat right, work on your social skills. Maybe you'll meet a nice girl, and in 5 years you'll look back and just cringe on how you're just on the internet every day screaming about stuff being woke. He thinks he's roasting. No, you're not. You're getting absolutely fried by the entire chat. Like, that's the funny thing. You're not roasting anyone. At best you're trying to rage bait, and you're just getting absolutely embarrassed by everyone in the chat. Like, everyone's laughing at you. What do you think PlayStation's going to show at Summer Game Fest? Scroll up. I don't need to scroll up. I see everything on the screen. You're getting cooked. At Summer Game Fest, so they already, let's see. So we already know Death Stranding 2 is confirmed, but that's like a Kojima thing, not necessarily a Sony thing. Ghost of Yōtei is getting the gameplay. I don't think they're brave enough to show Marathon or Fairgames, because Fairgames just got delayed. So maybe Wolverine. Or they'll show off some hardware. I feel like Wolverine is probably dropping tomorrow. You know what? After seeing what IO Interactive did with James Bond, kind of feels like they'd be perfect for a Black Widow game, right? Like, Black Widow is basically Hitman in the Marvel Universe. Literally just have IO Interactive make a Black Widow game, but like make it like Hitman. That seems like a perfect fit, actually, because the 007 game looks insane. So I could totally see that being like the model for a Black Widow game, but set with like a little more emphasis on hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, I can see them cooking on that. Not a human, whatever is it? Clear 33 is fire, especially on 4K. I still have to play that. I literally have it. I just haven't had time to play. Haven't seen Steam Beams? Nah. We're gonna get 2 Marvel games next year. At least 2 Marvel games next year, yeah. We're getting Rise of Hydra and Marvel Tokon. We might be getting Wolverine too. Wolverine's supposed to be in 2026, but Rise of Hydra and Marvel Tokon next year. Early 2026 for Rise of Hydra. Iron Man and Rise of Hydra. Iron Man doesn't have a release date yet. but it would be nice if we got one this year, since it's the only EA Marvel game they have left. Marvel Tokon looks insane. No Hulk in the new fighting game is crazy. They only showed a few characters. Relax. It's just a teaser. You're going to figure out how to suggest game ideas to companies? You cannot. I'll tell you that. I'll nip this in the bud right now. You cannot suggest game ideas to companies. It's a legal thing. If you suggest a game idea to a company, they will automatically reject it because it's like it's a copyright issue. They are not allowed to accept game ideas. They have a no solicitation policy for game ideas. If you wanna pitch a game idea, you have to literally work at a company. like you would have to legitimately work at a game company. Like have to get a job at a game company. Or start your own game company. Even better. Start your own video game company. And then try to get something off the ground. Jimmy Productions, exactly. Technology is getting crazy. Like Unreal Engine makes a lot of things accessible. There's a lot of crazy AI tools that are coming out. Yeah, soon it'll be really easy, relatively easy to develop for like a one or two people to make a AAA level video game just using the technology available with all the new technology. So yeah, start studying game development right now. Be the change that you want to see in the world. You want a Black Widow video game? Start your own video game company. Build yourself up. Raise some money. Then go to Marvel and say, hey, I want to make a Black Widow game. That's how you do it. I see Jimmy Productions. I'll shout you out. If you ever get that Black Widow game off the ground, hit me up. I'll definitely do some promo for it. Mafia looks great. Not so much on Mind's Eye. Yeah, Mind's Eye is going to be... I don't think it's going to... People are saying it might be a Golem level disaster. I don't think Mind's Eye is going to be a Golem level disaster. I think it's going to be closer to a Saints Row reboot level disaster. Somewhere in between. I think it's going to be relatively better in quality than Golem, but it doesn't have like a culture war element to it. So it's not going to be as well known as Saints Row Reboot. I think it's just going to come out and be overshadowed by everything. I think some people are going to meme about it a little bit at how terrible it is and then just move on because there's like so much stuff happening. Thank you, stop playing. You get the word started. I'm down too. More people should start if you're truly passionate about games, start your own game company. It's honestly not as hard. Like 20 years ago, yeah, that's a crazy investment. But now with the technology that's available, yeah, start a game company. like one of the biggest games of last year, Balatro, was made by one dude. He was trying to put together a portfolio so he could get a job at a regular game studio. So he just made a test game just to show people, you know, an example of what he could do. And it became one of the biggest games of the year. Now he's rich. Like, yeah, it can happen like that. If you really care about games, make your own. Just make your own. How do you start a game company? If you have to ask me, You're off to a bad start. When I decided I was going to be a YouTuber, I was like, okay, how do I do that? So I went on and did a ton of research. I did a month of research before I did a single video. Just constant research. Looking up everything I could. Studying other successful YouTubers, studying different guides on how to start a channel, looking up the best mics, the best software, looked up everything I needed to. Do research. You know, the crazy thing about the technology is right where it is right now, because it wasn't even like this when I started making YouTube videos. Right now, you can literally go on ChatGPT and say, I want to start my own video game company. How can I do it? And ChatGPT will tell you. It will give you a full. Matter of fact, I'll do it. I'll literally do it right now. I have ChatGPT open right now. We'll do a new chat. And we'll start a Jimmy Productions. I want to start my own game company called Jimmy Productions with the goal of producing indie, AA, and eventually AAA video games. Give me a detailed action plan to start this up. Let's see what ChatGPT says. That's a powerful ambition. Starting with indie games and scaling up to AAA puts you on a path like Supergiant, Ninja Theory, or even CD Projekt Red. Here's a detailed step-by-step action plan to launch Jimmy Productions and build it into a powerhouse. See, just like that. Only a couple seconds. Let's see. Define the vision and niche. Mission statement. What kind of games will Jimmy Productions make? E.g. narrative-driven, stylized combat, social comedy, social commentary, Afro-futuristic, etc. Target audience. Hardcore gamers, casual players, console versus PC, mobile, etc. Game identity. What will make a Jimmy Productions game recognizable? Legal formation. Form an LLC or corporation. Use LegalZoom, Inc. file, or a lawyer. Trademark the name, Jimmy Productions, especially if you plan to publish under it. Register for taxes, get an EIN and sales tax ID if needed, open a business bank account. Initial funding, personal savings, know your burn rate, small business loan or grants, search game dev startup grants, crowdfunding prep for phase 2, pitch deck, create a strong 10-slide deck in case you pitch to angel investors. Build the core team, start with creative director, you, programmer/technical lead, artist, game designer/narrative writer. Use freelance sites like Upwork, ArtStation, and IndieDB forums to build early relationships. Find passionate collaborators, not just cheap labor. Phase 2, first indie game. Wow, they got a full detailed breakdown showing you how to start Jimmy Productions. Like, yeah, bro. we're in a crazy era. Get yourself on ChatGPT and just follow all those instructions. Literally, the AI is telling you exactly what to do. They just gave me like a full multi-phase breakdown on how to start Jimmy Productions. We believe in you, Jimmy. Make it happen. The July showcase for State of Play is I don't think they gave a date yet, but yeah, State of Play coming in July for Ghost of Yōtei. It's going to be a gameplay deep dive, so look out for that. Durag Nation is supporting you, Jimmy. It's never been easier to start a game company than it is now, and it's only going to get easier as the technology grows. Ask ChatGPT for a can't fail investment pitch. Exactly. Jimmy's him. That's Jimmy Butler. Yes, that's going to be Jimmy Butler. That's going to be the new Jimmy Butler. Matter of fact, you could ask Jimmy Butler. He likes to invest in stuff. But yeah, if you want to start a business right now, you have all the tools to do it. Capcom better have 5 remake or Resident Evil 9, but with Pragmata, you're so happy. Yeah, over sure. Resident Evil 9, I think, is definitely at Summer Game Fest now. We saw it leaked earlier that Capcom was going to be at the State of Play, so it was either Pragmata or Resident Evil 9, and it ended up being Pragmata. So look out for Resident Evil 9 at Summer Game Fest on Friday. All right, I'm getting out of here. I gotta finish this video, but definitely tap into the channel. We're going to be covering Summer Game Fest on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got to get ready for that show. I got an email earlier today from Summer Game Fest, actually, confirming I'm official co-streamer once again. So always happy to be a official co-streamer for Summer Game Fest. Big shout out to Jeff Keighley. You know, even though I joke about him killing E3, I do like what he's been doing for the game culture. Looking forward to co-streaming once again. We're going to be covering the Summer Game Fest. If we can, I'm looking to the Iowa Interactive shows to see more James Bond. There's the Xbox showcase. We're definitely going to be covering that. And yeah, if anything new comes out, we'll post it to the channel as well. I'm Sadot The Gamer, signing out. Peace.